In this video, I'm going to explain to you 5 reasons why Amazon FBA may not be for you if you're anything like this. This is important if you're looking for a new business model to try in 2021 and you're not sure if Amazon FBA is the right one. Is it too saturated? Will it be too difficult? Do you need too much capital? I'm going to answer those questions for you so you don't waste your time and also your effort and investment in this business. So the number one reason why Amazon FBA may not be for you is if you prefer to look for an easy option to make money. The honest truth is there is a certain amount of knowledge and learning involved. Now, once you can learn all of those steps, actually implementing them and then keeping an eye on your business is not that difficult. It's actually a lot easier than, for example, a brick and mortar business or a lot of other online business models. The hard part is the learning process at the beginning, the little bit of trial and error involved, and overcoming obstacles. Yes, now I understand you've probably seen adverts showing Amazon FBA to be easier than it is, but that does not mean that it's not a great opportunity. It's just not a very easy option. And the cold hard truth is there is no easy, simple way to make money. You might get lucky, for example, with an investment. Let's say you bought Bitcoin 10 years ago, that's a good example. But otherwise, actually setting up a business where you get consistent, regular income, there are no easy options. Number 2, the second reason why Amazon FBA and actually any type of business may not be for you if you're scared of taking a risk. Now, you've probably heard this a lot, but business involves risk. That's completely normal. In fact, any other type of investment involves a certain amount of risk. It's possible your initial capital, you might not get back the return that you were expecting. There is a smaller chance that you might lose the entire initial investment. So let's say you want to invest $1,000 or $2,000 in this Amazon FBA project. Now you might have to prepare yourself for that. There is also a possibility that you do make a return on your initial investment. But even better than that, that same product or products keep making you a consistent return for many months or years to come, whereby you may 10x or 20x your initial investment. Now, if you're going to invest, let's say $1,000, and you're going to be worried every single day about what's happening with that particular amount of money, then Amazon FBA is not for you. That's just, again, the honest truth. You have to look at money differently, as though it's a tool for you to use. And this is no different to any business. All we're doing here at the kind of simplest form is we're buying some products and we're selling them for more than what we paid. But we're also trying to do that with a platform like Amazon, which has a massive customer base to save us the time of actually finding customers. For example, let's say you sold that same product on your own website. It takes a lot of effort, learning, understanding, maybe even money to find lots and lots of customers. With Amazon, you don't have to make that extra effort in marketing. What you have to concentrate more on is your product, profit margins, and researching your product to make sure it has enough demand on Amazon. Number 3, Amazon FBA might not be for you if you're worried about doing work. And what I mean there is replacing, let's say you have a 9-to-5 job at the moment, but doing a little bit of work on a regular basis, but perhaps a lot of work at the beginning. Sometimes people view online business as completely different to traditional businesses, and it's not. It's actually exactly the same. And Amazon FBA is no different to normal businesses. For example, a normal template for a business, let's say A through to E, part A would be actually discovering something that people need, adding value. Now, in terms of Amazon, that's our product research part. We're actually finding products that people want and we're delivering them to the customer in such a way that it's perhaps better than what other competitors have or more closer to their particular needs. That's completely the same as any basic business principle. By the way, if you've got any questions so far, just comment below. I'm more than happy to help you with that. Are there any particular challenges you're having on your Amazon FBA journey at the moment or online business in general? Are you confused about the different options and you don't know kind of what the trade-offs are? Just ask that question below and I'll be happy to help. Another fundamental business principle, let's call it B, is marketing. So actually getting eyeballs on that product. Now, in terms of Amazon FBA, that's the launch process. So that's you getting your listing in front of customers. And for that, you will have to do some promotions, various different types of promotions you can use there, but that's fundamental. So Amazon FBA, again, no different to a normal business. The third part in a traditional business, so part C, would be actually making the sales. So actually converting people looking at a particular product and then actually purchasing from you. No different to Amazon. All we're doing here is listing optimization. So making sure our listing is as good as possible and has the social proof, etc. so that when we get eyeballs on that listing, people actually turn into paying customers, at least usually around 20% or so. So every 5 people who see our listing, we want 1 to actually purchase the product. That's kind of a ballpark, but again, that's why Amazon, no different from a normal business. Next, part D would be customer follow-up. So trying to reduce, for example, the number of refunds. We do that with Amazon. We use email follow-up templates and many other strategies to improve our review score and to prevent, for example, refunds. And part E, a business kind of fundamental, is finance. You may have heard the word finance, but what does it mean really? Well, in a nutshell, it basically means making money, making profit. So if you've done all of the other steps, but you're not actually making money, then it's not a viable business. Amazon FBA, no different. However, the only slight difference may be that you have to think a little bit more long-term than short-term. You may not make a massive amount of money immediately on your first order of the product. However, for reorders, and once your product's ranked well and you can increase the price a little bit, you could be making a lot more. So what's part 4? And before I discuss that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click that bell icon. That way, when I release new videos, you'll actually get alerted. Otherwise, you won't see them pop up in your YouTube feed. The 4th reason Amazon FBA may not be for you is if you're having trouble with discomfort. So being uncomfortable in uncomfortable situations. For example, like the one we discussed earlier with regards to the initial capital investment. Also, if you ever get any type of stress, let's say you ran into an issue with one of your products, there were some delays in terms of restocking, and that's going to stress you out too much, then Amazon FBA is not for you, because handling discomfort is part and parcel of running any business. And what you'll find quickly is those obstacles that actually improve, make you better as an Amazon seller and a business owner. So you welcome them because that's an opportunity for you to learn more. And let me tell you another cold, hard, kind of honest truth. 95 to 99% of people will never take that journey, take that step, because they don't like the discomfort, they don't like the uncertainty. But because they're not prepared to do that, and you may be prepared to do that, that's why you will potentially have a lot more reward for those risks you are taking. There's only so much you can earn in a 9 to 5. You're not going to get into 6 or 7 figures easily with that particular job, and you're not going to get any freedom in terms of your time. However, running your own business, whether that be Amazon FBA or something else, you do have the opportunity to do that. But just remember, you're always going to be the minority of people, but that's a good thing. So the final reason, the 5th reason why Amazon FBA may not be for you is if you need money fast. Now look, I understand, we've all got to pay bills. So if you need to make money quickly and you have a little investment, let's say you have $500 and you just want to make back $800 as soon as possible, Amazon FBA is not the way to do it. With Amazon FBA, the model is, let's say you put in $1,000 or $2,000 into the business, you have to be prepared not to make a return on that immediately, maybe not for 2 or 3 months, but then afterwards that initial investment will make you a regular $500 a month, $500 a month, regular passive income, and a lot of that net profit for a longer period of time. So it'll make you a lot more, but it won't make you short-term kind of gains. You're probably better off going and having a look at the stock market or some other type of business model. Now, if you don't have any money, you're probably wondering, well, Sajad, I don't have any investment. Well, again, not to worry. That's not a reason not to try a business. That's the very reason why you should be setting something up for yourself. And the first step for you there, my tip is learn a skill, any skill. You can even learn how to sell on Amazon and help others with it. You can go on to sites like, for example, Fiverr.com and offer services. For example, you might be able to make listings for other people, do their product images, do their graphic design, photography, etc. So understand that that's not an excuse not to get started in something. Once you have the capital, then you can delve into the Amazon FBA private label route. So that's it. Thanks for listening, and I'll speak to you all again very soon.